Thank you.
Morning.
Yes, behind there.
Good morning, Chair.
Good
morning, honourable members of Parliament. Good morning, SIKONGO Town Council, and welcome. My name is Patrick Acheche from Mungu Audit Office. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I am Lovinda Sinyani from the Planning and Research Department in the Office of the Auditor General.
And honorable members of the committee, good morning, SIKONGO Town Council. My name is Oscar Nyarenda from the Office of the Accountant.
Good morning once more, Chair. Good morning, members of the committee. SIKONGO, welcome. My name is Achuya Davis, Assistant Director, Local Authorities Department, Ministry of Finance Audit Division.
Thank you, Chairperson. You are committee. SIKONGO Town, come to your session. Kazing from the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, and good morning, honorable members. Good morning, your team. Mukea, a witness from Local Government Service Commission. Thank you.
Thank you. The commission is here. Honorable member for Kaumbwe. Oh, Secretariat. Yeah. Before it.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rachel Chileshe from the Office of the Clerk.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning. My name is the Office of the Clerk.
Honorable member for Kaumbwe.
Chair, good. I am Honorable Dr. Aaron Mwanza, Parliament for Kaumbwe constituency in Petoke district of the Eastern Province. Thank you.
Honorable Dr. Singombe.
Chair, thank you so very much. Good morning, SIKONGO. I'm Singombe Edgar, representing the people of Dundumazi. You are welcome.
Vice Chairperson.
Thank you, Chairperson. Good morning to you. Good morning, colleagues, honorable members, and good morning to witnesses. Good morning, and welcome to Mandevu constituency, where I'm privileged to represent the good people of Mandevu as their area member of parliament. My name is Christopher Shakafuso. I'm the vice chairperson of the committee. Thank you so much, Chair.
Thank you. We have also our members who are online. Honorable Bando.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Honorable Mtelo.
Chair, good afternoon. Though we started in the morning, Mishek Tete terrain like SIKONGO. So SIKONGO CS and your team are welcome.
Thank you very much. They are happy to hear that. Yeah, so CS Mishek Mutetwa Nyambose, representing the wonderful people of Chasefu constituency. You're welcome once again. You can take us through your report.
Thank you, Chair. My report has two parts, and the first part is specific audit findings, and under the same
so as a matter of guidance, we go to then you speak to management response or cause of the query, or you can start from page 4. Just take us to the cause of query, then action taken or remedial measures and action taken. Speak to those votes. You can.
Thank you, Chair. The first part is under budget, income and expenditure. Chair, report findings and wish to report that the cause of the query and action taken is in the table below. The first one is local taxes. We have a positive variance of 2,538. The cause of query, this was as a result of funds received from government in terms of personal levy. Occurrence of the query. On fees and charges, the cause of query, the budget not sold. We have a negative variance, and the cause of query business premises, the action taken, management of business community on the importance of obtaining businesses. We go to 4 fees. We have a negative variance of 40,500 as a result of led to activities, which is the main economic activity in the district, and the action taken. Management engaged the Department of Community Development to sensitize community members on diversification to practices. Low economic activity in the district, which affected payments of permits, and the action taken, sensitizations of business owners on the importance of diversification. We engage in alternative drought resistant. We go to under profits and commercial a positive variance in Kwacha. Reasons in the that contributed to the good performance, and the action taken. The 2024 budget has been adjusted upwards in order to avoid reoccurrence of the query. We go to other receipts where we have a positive variance of 161,840 kwacha. These funds were received under ECZ and rural water accounts for activities that were funded but not planned for during the period under review. The action taken, the funds received from the 2 sources were utilized for the intended purpose accordingly. We go to local government equalization fund, where we have a negative variance of 222 kwacha. The cause of query, these are funds that were deducted at source for LASIF and Zulao. Action taken, the deduction at source, they've been accounted for through the ledgers attached on Appendix 1. We go to other grants, where we have the negative variance of 436,900 kwacha. The cause of query, these were funds received under grant in lieu of rates and Zambia Devolution Support Program. The action taken, the 2024 budget has been adjusted upwards in order to avoid reoccurrence of the query. The remedial measures, management wishes to inform the committee that the council will continue to monitor and make adjustments to the budget against the performance whenever need arise. We go to the second part of the first query, which is failure to spend. Management response and cause of query. Management acknowledges the observations made by the Auditor General and wishes to report to the committee that the unspent funds were December 20 and wages, and also for National Rural Sanitation Program, and the completion of a 1x3 semi-detached housing flat, and the extension of the office block at the Civic Center. Action taken. Management would like to inform the committee that the unspent funds have since been spent on payments of salaries and wages to employees as planned, and the programs under water and sanitation were implemented, and the contractors who were engaged on the above projects were paid accordingly, as indicated on the attached Appendix 1 for to implement projects as guided in the Financial Management Act of 2018. We go to the second query, annual performance of the Council.
You can skip go to the query 10. This. You state the query on page 10 and straight away go to the management response on page 11.
Thank you, Chair. The second part of query B is on deliverables, targets, outputs not achieved. We go to management response. Management acknowledges the auditor's findings and wish that the cause of the query and action taken are on the table below. Under roads and drainages, the cause of the query, these were funds, the funds were not received during the period under review, that is 2023, and action taken, management commenced the road maintenance works in 2024 when the funds were received for opening up of the new roads and vegetation control and graveling of the roads. The second one, revenue mobilization and enhancement. The cause of query, Chair, this was as a result of a misposting of funds that were used towards salaries of revenue collectors who were budgeted for under revenue mobilization enhancement allocation. Taken, management formulated a revenue collection task force and also engaged the ward development committees to start collecting revenue on behalf of the council as a way of lessening costs on revenue collection. Remedial measures. Management will continue implementing road maintenance works whenever funds are made available for use. We go to C, which is management of local government. Management response. Management acknowledges the observations made by the Auditor General and further reports that, one, the cause of the query, the cause of the observed overpayment was as a result of management failure to avail the variation documents to the auditors during the time of audit for the variation that was made to the project, which increased the project cost. Secondly, the cause of the delay in completion was as a result of poor performance by the contractor, which led to the termination of the contract. Action taken. Management reports to the committee that management recovered the unavailed variation documents, and the said documents have been attached in Appendix 3. Management from the to complete the project through a been implemented as shown in Appendix 2 attached for reference. Remedial measures. Management will enhance project supervision through appointment of contract managers for every project procured to ensure timely completion of projects. Management acknowledges the observations made by the Auditor General and wishes to report that the failure to collect receivables was as a result of management's oversight. And action taken, management embarked on a recovery process and wrote demand notices to all the debtors, and management has since recovered the sum of 16,059 kwacha and the recovery progress is ongoing, as shown on Appendix 3 attached for reference. Remedial measures, management regrets the occurrence and henceforth endeavor to collect all the receivables and has engaged the Lweti Development Company Board to desist from providing services on credit basis. We go to the second part of the report, which is Part B, cross-cutting issues. Appendix 1, audit opinion. Management wishes to report that the audit opinion for SIKONGO Town Council for the period under review is clean. And remedial measures, management acknowledges the observation made by the Auditor General and wishes to inform the committee that management will endeavor to prepare the financial statements in accordance with the cash basis international public sector accounting standards. The council selected applicable policies from local authority accounting policies of October 2019 and then applied them consistently. And we budget funding and expenditure. So one of the other queries on the
Yes, proceed to Appendix 28, failure to settle statutory obligations.
Proceed to Appendix 28, failure and other obligations. Management response, cause of query. Management is the observations made by the Auditor General and wishes to report that the cause of as a result of 53,000 arising obligations. Action 10 has planned to clear 20% 2025. However, management has since stopped accruing arrears by paying all the statutory obligation on monthly basis. Additionally, management is current in terms of payments as indicated on the attached statement in Appendix 4. Remedial measures, management wishes to inform the committee that management to be up to date in terms of. We go to management of local government fund, management cause of query. Management acknowledges the observations made by the Auditor General and wishes to inform the committee that the unspent funds were meant for the 1/3 semi-detached and the extension of the office block at the Civic Center. Action taken, management would like to inform the committee that the unspent payments to as shown for referral. Financial years.
Appendix the auditor, and it's been reported that you did very well. That mark I
on page 16 to do with the failure of complete classroom block. I think it from somewhere from page 11. Abandoned the works. Chair, I wanted to find out This contractor that abandoned the works, what happened? Did the council took due diligence in selecting this contractor before, or this was his first contract? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. CS, you may respond.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to call upon the Director Engineering to respond.
Director Engineering.
Thank you so much. The contract was engaged of which contract had been terminated prior to this contractor. And this contractor, this was not the first time that he had been engaged to do projects in SIKONGO. He had also been engaged on 2 CDF projects prior to this one. But unfortunately, the performance of the contractor was not up to the expected pace. So that's how we ended up terminating the contract. I submit.
Thank you so much. Follow-up, Honorable Mlunda.
And what's the status of that? So steadily you are doing labor-based. What's the status now?
Chair, the status of the project as at now is complete.
We have pictures, we have pictorial pictures to show us the completion certificate.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Appendix
Yes,
what?
Chair, we have the pictures on Appendix 1. Appendix B, sorry. Yes, the first pictures.
We have 2 photos, the first one and the last one. So just speak to the 2 photos.
Thank you, Chair. The first one is the office block. Second one is the flats for the housing complex at 95%. Block, Chair.
You submit flats were complete. Can you clarify?
Chair, I would like to clarify that the block is the one which is 100% complete, and the 1x3 housing flat is the one that is at 95%. Chair, I submit.
Honorable Mlunda. Your microphone. CS, switch off your mic.
Thank you very much, Chair. Unless I'm let me go back to the notes. Page 11. Okay. I think on this one is okay, Chair.
Dr. Mwanza.
On the same, the 1x3 flat. On page 11. Page 11 through 12. Cost price of 641,297. At termination, the contractor was overpaid by 156 kwacha. 100%. In fact, above 100%. In the, you're saying that you audit realize that the overpaid the contractor. My question is, even this time that you have made a presentation, where is the termination letter? Because it has a relation, because you know the query is failure to spend. So where is the termination letter in your presentation? And also the minutes order. Is some going to complete by labor based, but I find that somewhere there's another contractor who is doing the completion right now. It's not by labor based. Can you clarify what mode of execution are you doing for the rest of the project?
Thank you, Chair.
I wish to remind you that do not deliberately mislead the committee. I noted that previously when you were asked the status of the flats, you submitted that they were complete. When you got a follow-up question to ask for the photos, it was discovered that the photos attached, the semi-flats building, are incomplete. And so we expect that you give correct facts to this committee. You may go ahead and answer the question.
Thank you very much, Chair, and that is noted. Before I call upon the Director Engineering to clarify on the contract, I would like to request through you, Chair, that given an opportunity to submit the variation documents, we may be able to submit within the shortest period of time. Then on the other contractual issues, I would like to call upon the Director Engineering to share more light.
Director Engineering.
Chair, I seek your indulgence.
Yes, go ahead.
Comfortable with CS saying, given a time, a SIKONGO local authority may be able to submit. You guided her well. So what is the right position? Are they going to submit or not?
The question remains unanswered. I expect the Director Engineering to actually answer the questions put to SIKONGO by Honorable Dr. Mwanza, and then we'll determine whether you are going to submit any extra documents or not. Director Engineering.
Thank you so much, Chairperson. Maybe just for, I think one of the questions we've embarked on completing this said project, Chair. So in terms of the contractors in engaged project, in terms of termination, the same project that were terminated. So the most recent termination was awarded to a contractor to complete what the initial contractor had, the works that he had done. So after the termination of the contract, it was resolved that we complete the project using a labor-based contract. So basically what we have done is we have procured the materials as the council, and we have engaged laborers, that is skilled labor, in order to complete the remaining works. So the completion, as we are saying at the status quo of the project, is that the council has now undertaken the project itself. So we haven't necessarily engaged a contractor with a full contract, but it's a contract where the purchases the attached evidence that we attached to the appendix was the variation that was approved to allocate. So the variation was to the tune of 160,000 kwacha, which arose from changes to the contract. That was the change of the roof type. It was initially a flat roof, and it was changed to a hipped roof. So that attracted extra funds to be added to the contract. And also there were external works that were not in the initial contract, because there's an existing block of flats of which we were supposed to the plumbing. But we realized that it would not suffice. Extra external works for the septics and soakaway to the flats. That's what brought about the variation. So the overpayment that the auditors picked was because after they did, money is paid to the contractor, in which case there was. So to say that the contractor was overpaid, I think came up because of the fact that the variation was not availed to the auditors at the time when they were reviewing the documents, Chair.
Honorable Mulunda, follow-up.
Just a follow-up, Chairperson. Arising from the response from the Director in Engineering. Director, you are explaining to us that when the auditors actually came, or what you are saying is you had paid the first contractor the right amount, and then there are some additional works which attracted additional funds, a variation. Why didn't you give the same information to the auditor so that this thing, the query would not come to the committee? Did you meet the auditors or not?
Yes, Director Engineering, you may respond.
Thank you so much, Chair. Yes, we did meet with auditors, Chair, and at the time of audit, we did avail the box files, because we usually keep separate box files for each contract. But it is unfortunate that we did not conclude on the matter of the overpayment. We picked it at the time when the report was availed that we had overpaid. So that's how come the query was outstanding. I submit, Chair.
Before we get the second one, he didn't answer the question, the first question by Dr. Manza. Dr. Manza asked you, where is the termination letter? You said we have. The question is, where is it? Director Engineering. Let the Director Engineering answer.
Thank you,
Chair.
Chair.
You may switch off your mic.
Thank you, Chair. Supplementary evidence, Chair. I submit.
Kindly circulate this if you have them. Honorable Dr. Doc. Okay, Doc, hold on. You concluded. Yes, Honorable.
Just on your response, Director Engineer, I just wanted to find out. Just hand over the document so that you pay attention. I want to have divided attention. My question is, I wanted to find out if you were the engineer at that time when this project started. I wanted to find out why you missed on the soakaway that required an additional. Are you the one that was at the office at that time?
Yes, Director Engineering.
Thank you, Chair. No, Chair, I was not the engineer at the time of the inception of the project, Chair. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Dr. Manza.
At what stage did the variation come? Before termination or after termination of the contract?
Chair, the variation came before the termination.
Wait, Director Engineering. You wait for the chair to call upon you. Yes, Dr. Manza.
So, okay, you are preempted. It came before termination. And I looked at the variation amount, 160,331. What is the threshold for issuing a variation to a contractor? Procurement rules. Because this is above the threshold for issuing a VO. You'd rather make the contractor, if you want to use the same contractor, you make him tender, provide new rates, or you advertise. That is the government. Okay, on page CS, you promised on page through your text on page 12, you promised in the action taken, the variation order issue, which made the auditors not to pick for it, which made the auditors to pick like you overpaid. So management reports to the committee that the action plan, management reports to the committee that the management recovered the unavailed variation documents to the said documents and have been attached in Appendix 3 for verification. This is statement, Chair, is on page 12. Because this is a major cause of query.
Yes.
That the auditors, you misguide them. Now I go to Appendix 3 to verify, to check for the VO. It's not there. They are only demanding notices. How do you explain? Did you go through this fact that you put here, which you are referring the committee to? It must lead exact evidence.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, this is regrettable, and I would like to report that it was a serious omission, and we have just discovered that we have it on the bunch of documents that we already have. Otherwise, Chair, I would like to apologize and request for your permission, Chair, to submit the said document that was omitted accidentally.
Yes, you had extra documentation. I take it that you didn't submit these documents. Why didn't you ask for permission at the beginning of the meeting to tender in extra documentation to the committee?
Chair, I actually didn't realize that this particular one was omitted. I was very sure that it was attached, and it's that we have been working on respond to the we carried them with us from SIKONGO.
Go ahead and submit the documents. The question will be these
the document. Chair, in the same vein, I regret the actions for not the document during the time of
Yes, can but looking at the the scope of work that is found quite electric walls, sitting fixtures. They paid the contractor the full contract details. You paid him we forget about the balance because of the 160, which was the variation order. He signed this contract for 641,297. A construction period of 4 months. Whilst the contractor abandoned site and he did not complete the project, he was paid because he was paid 665. So I take it that the 24,000 kwacha, the overpayment in this case, is just towards the variation order. So why progress did not match the financial position, and where are the payment certificates? You did not, where are the payment certificates for this 665,653 in your presentation here?
Yes, you may respond.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I would like to submit that we did not carry the payment vouchers because we thought the query was on the variation documents, which we thought were very key to this committee. Chair, I submit.
The second, why did we pay the contract for the works which were not finished? The physical progress and finished building. On the other hand, we paid the contractor 100%. Yes.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to call upon the Director Engineering to shed more light on the same.
Yes, Director Engineering.
Chair. Chair. 100%, or perhaps even more than the contract. But I think we need to also consideration the variation that was attached to the same the contractor did, which are building works the same for payment of part. So there's a revision that goes up to, should be somewhere 841,000. Consider what was paid is the revised contract sum. It is not up to 100% payment. So I think we paint a better picture.
Did you show the revised contract sum to Honorable Mulunda?
Direct Engineering, I think my colleague here is trying to find out that according to the report before the variation that you overpaid. Do you appreciate that point? That the auditors actually picked that you overpaid, and this is the reason as to why we are able to read it here. So for you to put the record straight, is that you should agree that you overpaid, because this is the So whether there was a variation or what, as things stand on the record, on the report, is that you overpaid?
Director Engineering.
Thank you so much, Chair. I do agree with Honorable Member, but I think what I can just say is that the omission or the failure to avail the variation document to the auditors at the time is the reason for this record appearing that it was an overpayment, Chair.
Maybe Honorable Mlonda has already clarified. I think what process is very clear. Any facts that the client were not in agreement, they could have brought it to the attention of the auditor. It would have been amended otherwise. So it is a little bit making audit audit. I think that is a misrepresentation. You are misrepresenting.
Auditor already been picked by the honorable members of the committee that what the council is submitting is actually not the true position because of this office. So be content that your report is much well and the honorable members will continue with the interaction. Establish the true reason why documents were not brought to you. And I like the way they're coming up. Yes, Dr. Masa.
The interaction, he talked about the detached flat to have had his contract terminated. Then you got another contractor terminated again. And now you here is showing if it's just one contractor. That Manope, I think, Manope contractor is yes, on 6/2023, SIKONGO Town Council business solutions for the construction of a 1x3 297. So probably okay, because we couldn't, so we just had to pick the contractor who was current at that time, which is this contract, which was running actually a while because it is within the faith. Yeah. The scope of work for this Manope contractor, concrete, ironmongery, plumbing installations, everything. For 641. On 31st December, as at 31st December, the contract had been paid amounts totaling 4,000 above the contract. Okay. Please carried out. You find as plumbing, which are supposed to be the works in the original contract. In the electrical installation, glazing, paint, which then have been outlined. Yes. That's 641. But he was, and you have not provided the, you have not even provided the date VO, whether this termination letter. You see, why hide such very, very important information that even actually here?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, this is regrettable, and I would like to ask for permission, Chair, to submit all the documentation pertaining to, other than the we thought was very much needed at this point.
It's really good telling the truth to the committee. You terminated this contract according to you have permission. The Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development on 20 October 2024, meaning that termination but your director of is because we had done the variation. The variation whose
you are still watching Parliament television. Government account has gone and they are receiving town council on the consideration local